welcome to Hot from the Kettle. Today we are on location at Francesco Palmieri's mother's garden.
That's right. That's right.
This is your mom's garden,
right.
but this is what you tend.
This is where it all started. This is how I learned how to kind of get into the world of food. Everything here is purely organic. We can 100% say there's nothing chemical about what we do and what we've ever done. Right. Everything goes back into the ground. So here we have a row of beautiful eggplant.
Yes.
And you know what's cool?
Are these like black eggplant?
I don't like touching the fruit too much because it kind of like, I feel like when you touch it, it gets contaminated, you know, like my mother used to be like, never touch it, don't touch the fruit. And I would always want to touch it. No. She'd be afraid that you know, it wouldn't produce. Like this guy that didn't make it. Look at this guy.
Oh, it was because it was touched by human hands.
Who knows?
Oh my God!
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Someone contaminated it.
Right? But this is the lettuce that we get lots of. And what happens is it takes up most of the yard, so we'll grow most of it before all the other vegetation grows, and this whole place will be covered in these greens. Because this is something that we bring to the restaurant, the Orange Squirrel. We use it in our lobster Cobb salad. We use it as a mix inside the house salad. But this is what's called the steak of lettuces. And when people eat this, they don't realize how it tastes. It's amazing, and I'm going to try to get a couple trimmings of this, just so you can taste it. It's like if you ever had that butter lettuce or the bib lettuce. This is that, almost like on steroids. It's like amazing.
Really?
Yeah, it's got this natural. I mean, I brought this to all the restaurants I used to work at. I mean, as far as working on the towers at Windows on the World and giving it to like big-time chefs. I mean, we're talking Mike LaMonaco, Pino. I mean, guys who really understand food and know it. When I bring this to them, they would be like, it would wow them.
And what is the variety? What is the name?
That's the whole thing. This is pretty much probably something that's been harvested for years and years and years, as far back as this dates in Italy. I mean, these seeds came from, like, you know, southern Italy and Calabria, probably through my mother's mother or something.
That is baby wild arugula. That is gorgeous. Now, I'm assuming this makes its way into your salads.
Yeah, this will make its way into salad. I mean, you know, you can... Look
at this. How is it? Peppery? Fantastic?
Boy, there's some major heat on that.
Let's see. I'm into
just
major
kind of like
heat lately.
Wipe it off with your finger a little bit, or just...
I have 2 children. You know how many contaminated things I've eaten? Oh, that is...
It's almost like hot pepper, right?
It's almost like a mustard.
Mustard green, yeah.
We've got our eggplant. We've got our lettuce.
Right.
Tomatoes. Now, are those San Marzano?
They are San Marzano.
I know my vegetation.
Absolutely, that's the style. That's the San Marzano style. You want them to be a little pointed. They're not as round on the bottom. Absolutely.
When you make sauce, do you mix varieties, or do you do just?
When I mix, I use just Roma tomatoes or San Marzano style.
So here we are now by the pears. What kind of pears are these? What do you call these?
These are basically a style of a Basque. I remember my uncle actually did a technique to it. I forget the name of it, but he kind of actually like split the wood and splintered another pear tree into it and attached it. It's called like
grafting.
Grafting?
Grafting. They do that with certain fig trees. My neighbor had it done. And now it's like this strange hybrid fig tree. You have like the big white ones and the black ones.
Right, that was done here. You can get like 2 or 3 different style of pears on one tree or something like that.
It's a mutant.
Yeah.
A mutant pear tree in Bloomfield. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This is awesome. Francesco also has Japanese eggplant. Now, I'm wondering if the flavor profile is really that different from a Sicilian to a Japanese. I mean,
there's definitely some differences, no doubt. I mean, but like I said, there's definitely the same flavor across the board. But I mean, some tend to be a bit sweeter.
Sicilian zucchini. God, look at this squash in here. Look.
These are sort of an Anaheim or a poblano style.
Okay. This is a kombucha. Now, what do you do with this? This has a miraculous healing powers or cleansing powers.
You know, it's when it starts growing, it gets uglier as it gets bigger. I mean, but it's so beautiful. It's
picking tomatoes for lunch. Francesco put me to work. He says if I want to eat, I have to get to the fields and harvest. So that's what I'm doing. So what do we have so far? We've got tomatoes. Now we're gonna need some basil, so let's get that. Where? Right here. See that? Look at this basil. How nice. It smells great. Shoni, you got some basil for mommy? What else should we get?
Now, that's a tomato. We add a little bit of lemon sea salt that we make.
You make that?
Yeah.
So
And add a little bit of orange powder, fennel pollen.
right.
We're gonna keep it as rustic as possible. You're just gonna use a little bit of. Now, my salads tend to be really vinegary. A really nice Tuscan olive oil.
Oh,
Right. Raw onion. This is how salads should be, I think. It's
Right.
just beautiful, beautiful,
He
beautiful.
used to cook, he was artistic when he was young, he started to draw, he started to do everything different.
Right.
And then he went to culinary school, he was the best of school.
It is,
Then went to New York
and he worked at the best
and
restaurants,
the
right?
the what? And the, you know, and the Cocoa Bars and the Thomas. And he was doing great. Yeah.
And you know, his first teacher was very good, I suspect. Was that you?
He used to follow me. He used to help me out when I was cooking.
See?
He was the one that was clean. He was very particular in the room.
He was
and
always with
everything. He was everything funny, fussy,
Right.
fussy. So many times I say, I don't be too fussy, but you are. I say no. Put it on.
Flour and egg.
Come this way. Put it on.
This is no tempura.
Don't yell at me, would you? Put it on, put it on, put it on.
Okay, stop.
Oh, now stop.
Oh, I gotta see. Don't twist too much. Just a lot.
See, keep your eye on him. You gotta let him know how to cook.
And we haven't even started drinking this homemade wine yet. That's the funny part.
And this was,
Hot from the kettle.
or in Italian,
Caldo, molto caldo.